Here we are, getting ready for this showdown between these two fighters. Should be a good one. I'm Todd Grisham. Alongside me is Johnny Nelson. It's the Terrence Bud Crawford, the undisputed lightweight champion of the world. He also can crack at welterweight, one of the best to ever do it.
Just take note, look at the reach. Look how much they're giving away in this fight.
This bout, so much hype, we have high hopes and aspirations for this fight. Beautiful counter punch. You couldn't write a script like this. This is like Rocky versus Apollo. Good counter punch. He threw a punch and just got countered. Swinging big and missing big with that hook. And just as quickly as it slows down, it heats back up. They exchange punches. Beautiful counter shot. Perfect counter shot. So much pre-hype surrounding this fight. The fans are on the edge of their seats.
Can you imagine walking into this town, walking into an arena with such noise, people chanting your name? You can't even hear your cornerman whispering in your ear. I've been in situations like that where it can be terrorizing if you haven't got your wits about you.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. Nice counter. Both of these fighters have had their moments.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Punch, counter punch. You can tell he's stronger, but he's not faster. Good counter punching. Nice idea with the jab, but does not land. Crawford is dazed. Didn't wait long to get back and get engaged.
Got caught sleeping on the job. What do? You step back, steady yourself, recompose yourself, then boom, back into it. But do not make those mistakes. This is the wrong place to fall asleep.
Counter shot. So much for boxing. This is a fist fight. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Here we go, it's round two. Well, Johnny, can he keep the momentum going after that last huge round for him?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Terrence Crawford just got rocked. It appears they weathered the storm. How? I'm not sure.
Green Days now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
When you're training to fight a swarmer, Johnny, you know this better than anybody. You have got to be in peak physical condition because they're not going to let you breathe.
Oh man, you've got a swarm in your face. You've got to try and push him off, make him go into the rope. You've got to sometimes fight fire with fire. Hit him low on the blind side of the referee. Get him angry.
jab from these two. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Some real good back and forth between these two fighters.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
And he did catch it. He caught it clean. Clean as a whistle. This counter fighter believes in the anything you can do, I can do better. They'll let you throw a punch first, and they'll answer you and usually hit you harder.
If you're fighting a counter puncher, you've got to dummy a shot. Make them react from that, then react then. I know it's hard to think that way, but counter punchers, they're watching your every move, that every twitch.
One punch could change the entire complexion of this fight. And he scores with the counter. Misses with the straight left. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Manny Pacquiao in that last round. Well, it's no secret who has the advantage after that last round. Here we go in round 3. Who's going to land the first big shot? Last round, complete domination. Let's see what we have in store for us here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Incredible work rate. The courage on display here is incredible. Which one of these athletes is going to be the first to get rocked? Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Both men step back for just a moment. That hook was thrown with some bad intentions. Halfway through the round, I'm not sure who's winning it.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
The perfect counter lands. The jab just got blocked. Crawford just got knocked down, and he dropped him. The perfect sniper shot. Let's watch it again one more time. Apparently, it's going to take more than that to keep this fighter down.
That is a show of character. When you're put down, your ego's hurt, your chin's hurt, your body's hurting, and you've got to get up, suck it up, and think, right, I'm back in the game again. It's so hard for a fighter.
You'd like to see more jabs. Those counter punches have to hurt. As we enter the final 10 seconds here, it's probably a round he'd rather forget. Let's talk about Crawford in that. There's the bell to start round 4. Got to get the momentum shift coming their way. What can they do here?
What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? They staggered back to the corner. They've got to freshen them up, alert them again, get them back on point again. This round, they've got to coast around. Don't get involved. Give yourself another 3 minutes to get your head clear.
How about that time counter shot? Well, with welterweights, they sometimes bring you the best of both worlds. Fast hands and power.
They know the second they touch you, it's done. They're that powerful.
Cannot throw out a lazy jab in this fight. You'll get knocked out. Nice counter punch right up the middle. Well, they're going deep into the gas tank on this round. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. You don't see a lot of welterweights. Oh, wait a minute! Crawford's legs are all over the place. And it appears they weathered the storm. How? I'm not sure.
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then jump back into it again. It's all about the hustle. Get back on it.
Good fight so far. Both of these fighters have had their moments.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Good punch. Well done with that counter shot. So far, it seems like aggression has been the key. This fighter's just not slowing down.
How do you deal with an aggressive fighter? What you do is you fight fire with fight. You either give it them back because that's where they're comfortable, or you play calm, play cool.
There's a counter shot. That counter shot lands. Crawford in trouble. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. We'll see how much endurance these two fighters have.
You cannot gas out if you prepared right, slept right, ate right, and
There's the bell to start round 5. How much do they have left in the tank after that last round?
An amazing pace and tempo set in the last round. Can you keep this up? Me personally, I don't think that's possible. And if they can, their training, their conditioning would have been ridiculous, like they're in the army. But these guys, if they can keep up this pace, we are in for a great night.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. A lot of effort being exerted here. This fighter expending a lot of energy in this round. This fighter is not interested in throwing one shot at a time. They throw combinations and they throw them non-stop.
Having so much speed, what happens to your opponent is you get cut to ribbons, and that's where the referee has to jump in and stop the fight. And you know this is going to happen, so you rush your work. You think, I've got to get him inside close round.
Nice counter shot. That upper, hold that thought. Crawford may be ready to go down. Thank goodness we've got instant replay. We get to see it again.
That's lights out right there.
believe they managed to beat the count, but that could be the last hurrah.
Well, now it's about getting back to the corner, freshen up, get new instructions given to you, and they've got to G you up. They've got to tell you what you're doing wrong and what you're doing right.
Need to pick things up here in the second half of the round.
There's a lot of work to do, and you know what? It's hard to pull back. Don't get into the habit of losing. Don't get into the habit of being second place. You've got to change the habit. You've got to change something, because otherwise, why should it change?
That counter punch caught him clean. Catch and shoot. Crawford is dazed. Keeping those gloves up, the guard high, paying dividends as it seems that moment of trouble has passed.
What recovery skills they are. What a shot it was. Completely gone. I thought there's no way he's going to finish it.
They're happy this round's coming to an end. 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Crawford in that. Let's start the sixth. He couldn't finish him off in the last round. Let's see what this has in store for us.
What a knockdown. 1 minute. You need 1 hour to get over a shot like that. Now it's down to conditioning. Now it's down to mental strength and preparation. It's how you are going to deal with this.
He's putting the pedal to the metal, but has to be careful that he doesn't run out of gas. Starting to take some deep breaths now, but still fighting hard. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
What can they change? Can they slow the pace down? Can they hope to knock them out early? What can they do? They've got to concentrate and relax. Because you know what you can do in the gym, you can do it in a fight. They've got to relax.
His stamina is off the charts. Nice counter punch. Might want to think of holding on here for a minute. Those who thought this would be a mismatch, you are sorely wrong.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. It's like a match made in heaven.
Nice counter shot. It's always fascinating to watch two good welterweights because they've got blurry hand speed and good power.
I've never seen a fighter so fast in my life. How do you deal with this? You've got to hope they run out of steam.
Is he going to punch himself out, though? That uppercut misses. Nice counter punch right up the middle. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Good defense there to stop that hook. Good counter punch. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Pacquiao there got clipped clean. Let's talk about Crawford. And there's the bell for round 7. And he scores with the counter. Nice counter. Catch and shoot. It's knockout or bust for both of these fighters. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. The only fear you have with this fighter is, has he punched himself out? Nice counter punch right up the middle. This fighter's sort of the death by 1,000 paper cuts approach. He'll hit you 1,000 times before you can land one.
So you're getting in there with someone that's so fast, you're prepared to take a licking because you've got to get some before you get in close.
Deciding to let it all hang out here in this round. He misses with that straight left. You've heard the phrase, finding a second win. I don't think I need to tell you which one of these fighters needs to find it.
Midway through the fight, if you are tired, this can be the loneliest place in the world. If you cheated, now we're going to find out.
Terrence Crawford just got rocked. And that body shot folded him like an old t-shirt.
Even I've got to see that again. Where did...
So back into the fray again, but how much do they have left?
Oh, he can smell blood. Look at that. He's put in round once. He knows what shot works and where to land it. Then try and do it again. He's just not got to get trigger happy.
His stamina is off the charts. Not the best of rounds with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. Let's see how the game plan changes after that big knockdown. Round 8, and we're off again. He got knocked down in the last round. Let's see what he can do here.
Todd, listen to me. If I knock somebody down like that round, you know this round coming out? He's getting everything, full barrel because I know his legs are gone. So this, you watch what's going to happen. If he doesn't, I'll be very, very surprised.
And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Through the straight left, but it won't score. They need to be careful they don't punch themselves out here. As we enter the final frames of this bout, Johnny, what have we seen so far?
You've got to be courageous when you get in there with someone that's bigger, stronger, and faster. You've just got to use brain there.
He needs to be careful not to punch himself out. Holding nothing back here in the round. What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
Now you've got two fighters that are absolutely shattered. What gets you through? Willpower. Calm, because if you panic, you get desperate. If you get desperate, you make mistakes. If you make mistakes, you get knocked out.
Halfway through the round, and man, these two are going at it.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
See the heavy breathing, but that's not slowing him down. Crawford in trouble. legs are all over the place. Looks like they've shaken it off.
Defense, defense, defense is everything because they got shot once. They know they can get caught again. So for now, just defense. Work on defense, blocking and stopping and shooting.
Nice counter punch right up the middle. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Crawford may be ready to go down. No surprise as we get a unanimous decision there.
They've done it before, now they're doing it again, and look what's happened. A unanimous decision. What a way, what tactics, what a game plan. What a result.